Welcome back to the KREM 2 News Finance Q&A. We are joined today by Ezra Eckhardt. He is the CEO and president of STCU, and we're talking about ways to manage your finances during this global pandemic. Ezra, I want to get to a viewer question real quick. This viewer writes, I'm wondering now that some banks are allowing a 90-day grace period for mortgage payments, are the credit agencies going to fall in line and not report those as late?
So in the current format, they would not be reported as late because they would be deferred payments. And at the state of Washington, at the federal level, there are policies being evaluated in both locations for deferred payment plans. I think an important thing to consider is if you have the ability to continue paying your mortgage and you've had no disruption related to the coronavirus, the best course of action is to continue paying as agreed. But if you can't do that, then make sure to call your financial institution before you start missing payments so that you can get a structured deferment plan in place. So it needs to be documented and recorded in the file, but there's a number of rules that will be addressed in the federal stimulus package about that.
No. If you have a little bit more advice, you talked a little bit about kind of making cuts, trying to reduce expenses now if the cash is suddenly going to be in shorter supply. I'm wondering if you can go into a little bit more detail specifically about how to reduce those expenses right now as people have to make some serious cuts.
Sure. So I think the non-essential items would be the first one. So if you have gym memberships or video memberships, you might cancel or defer those payments. And then I would concentrate your cash down onto the immediate things, food and essentials. And then for other bigger ticket items, like your car payment or your mortgage or rent, call your financial institution and see if you can formulate a plan to defer those payments into the future. And I know at both the state and federal level, there are programs that are underway, particularly on mortgage payments, to look at deferments up to 90 days and possibly deferments of up to 12 calendar months.
All right, Ezra Eckhardt, thank you so much, STCU CEO and President, for joining us today, offering some really sound advice. Mark, thank you for helping us go through all of these viewer questions. We know we didn't get to all of them, but we tried to pick the ones that we think are most applicable to as many people as possible out there who are listening. We just really appreciate you taking the time to talk with us, Ezra. Thank you so much.
Yes, absolutely. Happy to be here. Thanks.
We're going to be right back.